Hi,
Hi, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How are you today?
Honestly,
Yeah.
not great. I'm usually really well, but today not so great. How are
What?
you?
Well, tell me more about that.
Oh, I'm just feeling a little defeated.
Oh,
So, yeah. Anyways, there you go.
personally, with your health, with your business.
Business, just the business. So,
I'm sorry. Do you want to talk about it?
thanks. I'm gonna cry if I talk about it. Yeah, it's okay.
Well, if that's the elephant in the room, it seems like we should talk about it. Because I think what we're going to do today is we're going to help you write a talk or get a talk organized. But if you're feeling a little bit unsteady,
Yeah.
you
Well,
have a couple of options. We can reschedule when you're feeling more steady. We can talk about it to get you over it. I mean, we have many choices. So
well, thank you. Okay, well, I'm feeling defeated, and I feel like I've done so much work to um, grow my practice and my online business, and it seems like it's so slow growing, if growing at all, and wondering if I even should be continuing to do it. And that's just kind of where I'm at right now. I've been doing a lot of stuff and consistently for a long time.
for years, for months, for weeks.
Um, for a, a year and a half, the online stuff. Um, and my business is, I'm sorry, my business is 16 years. And I've just been really slow the last few months. I don't know I don't know what I'm not seeing. So
Before you went online, what were you doing?
just focusing on here, on my brick and mortar.
The brick and mortar helping people get pregnant naturally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what caused you to want to move in the online direction?
Try to help more people.
And so while you're trying to help
And
more people, did you let go of the bricks and mortar?
not so much. I have two other acupuncturists that work with me. So I have a whole team here. It's not just by myself. So it's maybe no, I don't maybe a little tiny bit, but not no.
How do people find out about, I mean, so it sounds like the business has been in place for a while and the bricks and mortar business makes money
Mm-hmm.
because you have clients and because you have been smart to create this dental model where you have additional practitioners that pay you something, right?
Yeah.
But the online thing has been slow to get going and you're
Mm-hmm.
discouraged.
Yeah. In the moment, I'm discouraged. Yeah.
So sometimes, I'm just asking some questions.
It's
Do How do clients find you in the traditional way?
Um, my number one referral is from other patients. Then the second referral is from other doctors, and then it's probably from online, I guess.
Do you do much speaking?
I've been doing a webinar every month. So I'm an introvert, like you said you were. So it's very challenging. So I just really got comfortable recently doing it online. And so I only do it at once a month. And then I just did this in live person talk on Saturday that just passed, and I only got 3 people there. 6 people signed up, 3 people showed up. And so that was weird because I had in my mind a whole different presentation, and then it ended up being more of like such an intimate thing and an intimate group. So I made it really intimate and cozy.
And was it a free talk that they could come to?
It was a free talk that for them to come to. And I was offering I listened to your, you had an outline of the close. And I listened to your recording over and over and over and over again, so I could hear your
Wow.
what you did. It's like I learned from you. And then anyways, I didn't do such a great job on that, but I offered a strategy session. I offered my cleanse. First time I ever tried to sell something. It didn't happen. So I'm okay with that, but it just
What did you offer?
So I have a fertility cleanse that I'm promoting online. It's a fertility group cleanse starting January 22nd, and I have nobody signed up yet. And so the obstacles could be cost, and it could be timing, because you can't do it if you think you're pregnant.
You can't do it when?
If you think you're pregnant, you can't do it.
So just because I'm not familiar with what that is, what is a fertility cleanse? It's
a cleanse, but it's more focused on your reproductive health.
Is it something that you drink or consume?
Yeah, it's shakes and pills, and then eating really clean. We set them up to eat really clean. No dairy, no alcohol, no sugar, no flour, and no processed foods.
So when you do this fertility cleanse, just how long does it take? And
it's a 14-day cleanse, but it's a one week of preparation, and we give them a lot of material so they can become aware of their environment, of what the foods that they're eating, and start also weaning off some of the toxic foods or the foods that aren't so great for them. And then it's 1 week, 7 days of actually cleansing, where you take the product and you eat really clean.
And at the end of the 14-day cleanse, what is the big result that the client will welcome?
Well, what they'll notice is they'll feel lighter, they'll have more energy. If there's any concerns of sleeping, usually they'll sleep better. If they have headaches, a lot of times the headaches will be gone. They'll have more energy. They'll feel more inspired to continue eating healthier or drinking more water, or whatever sometimes it's just one thing. But they'll also be organized to continue the success. So usually it's not like a week and done. Usually it's a week, and it'll continue. People will continue to do this for months.
And because you help people who have been trying to get pregnant, does this prepare the body so that it's more receptive to that event?
Yes. So it does. So it helps balance hormones. It helps eliminate toxins, which are endocrine disruptors, which I've done like a whole education of what that means. It helps everything function better, so that your body functions better.
So, and when people do this, people have done this a fair amount, mm-hmm. Yes?
Yeah.
And it's like step one to start getting mindful about preparing your body for the ultimate thing that you want. Do you have case studies of women who followed this cleanse for 2 weeks and within the next 3 to 6 months had happy news to report?
I do. I have women that done that. I did take one patient and broke it down. That's really challenging to go back. And so I was able to get to one person and kind of go through that whole process. I reviewed her chart. There's another one that's actually a little bit more simpler that I forgot about it. She happened to text message me the other day. So I was like, oh my gosh, she's 9 weeks pregnant right now. And she did the cleanse. And she was trying for 8 months before she got pregnant. But the thing is this person, she did the cleanse. She got pregnant right away. She miscarried, and then she got pregnant the next month. So it's like, okay, do I want to say all that? Do I
No.
edit?
So here's where I'm going with this.
Okay.
You've probably heard the expression, like, I don't need a drill, I need a hole. You know, it's like if we're at the hardware store, like I'm trying to drill something. Like, I don't need a drill, I need a hole. I need the end result in order for me to have what I want. Like, I want to. So when you call it, it could be the problem with one of the issues about why this isn't selling is that people don't know a fertility cleanse. Just like I had to ask, like, what is that? What is it? Why do I need it? And what's in it for me?
Right.
Right. So what I'm kind of hearing you say is it's a 2-week get your body ready to get pregnant cleanse.
Yeah. We call prepare to get pregnant cleanse.
That's better, because what do they want? They want a baby.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be pregnant. So sometimes you're kind of a holistic practitioner. Is that fair enough to say?
Yeah.
So fertility cleanse means that, I guess it can mean a lot of things to a lot of people, but if you could get even more clear about prepare to get pregnant cleanse, you know, it's a natural prepare to get pregnant cleanse or something, but it's like getting ready to get busy cleanse. But if we speak to what it really does for us, that's going to be more compelling than if people have to wonder what they're going to get. Right. And then my next question is,
trying to do that. Uh-huh.
What does it cost for them to do it?
The cost is $297.
So they're going to spend $297 to be guided, but they're still going to have. Does that include the shakes and the pills and?
Yeah, everything, and a tincture as well, an herbal tincture.
Herbal what?
An herbal remedy for them to take to help clean out their uterus.
Okay.
Forgot about that part. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to get pregnant. This is your get ready to get pregnant cleanse.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about that? It's the get ready to get pregnant cleanse.
Yeah.
And it includes the shakes, herbal remedies, instructions. And does it include any kind of audio file or any kind of access to you?
So yes, so I have we set up a private Facebook group, and we have 4 group calls, and then we're directly involved in the Facebook group. You know, my associate and I were in there, and then I also have 2 other fertility experts joining me. One is a fertility psychologist. She's going to help with the mindset, help people on the journey, help them with some suggestions to get through this journey easier. And then I have a fertility yoga specialist who's going to talk about the benefits of yoga, and also show some poses that they can use that are for fertility. And they can also actually go hand in hand with the detox, because you don't want to exercise too hard during a detox, but movement is really good. And
so it's mindset, movement, and I love things that come in threes. Mindset, movement, and manifestation. Mindset, movement, and motherhood. Mindset, movement, and it's just, I'm just trying to put some language around this, so when you talk about it, it sounds like something that they want. Because the other thing you're offering is a close, intimate community of like-minded women who share a similar goal and want to be connected to talk about it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't
Because
talk.
sometimes,
People don't talk about it.
well, and if if you want to be pregnant and your sister-in-law and your brother and everybody else is going to baby showers, you're probably showering tears yourself. You don't want to go to a baby shower. You don't want to hear about somebody else's happy news because you're not pregnant. So you don't have it. So this whole, in the coaching space, they talk about coaching, content, coaching, and community. The 3 C's: content, coaching, and community. And that's where I was kind of listening. What I was listening for is, well, what do I get? You are getting content, coaching, and community, but it's centered around really essential foundational pieces to set the stage for a healthy pregnancy, right?
Yeah.
Now
Yes, absolutely.
Now we're starting to get somewhere, right? If your mindset's in the trash and you're not moving mindfully, right? And I'm recording this, by the way.
Oh,
So,
good. Okay.
So if I say anything that you like or that's useful, like already your energy's better as we're talking about this. You're smiling now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
was able to release, and this is all really good. So yeah, thank you.
So when you start talking about it in a way where the benefits to the potential client are apparent, I think that will make a difference.
Yeah, I've been trying. I guess it's hard. It's been challenging for me, I guess, too. I've been trying really hard. So that's why I wanted to talk with you.
Sometimes when we're alone in our room trying to figure it out without somebody to talk it through with, it can feel really painful. And because you don't get any reaction, and that's what's happening now is like, I'm going, why isn't this selling? Well, what are we calling it? Fertility cleanse it doesn't seem clear to me. So in the first 5 minutes, we've discovered we're going to call this, it's your get ready to get pregnant cleanse.
Okay.
And it's complete with content, coaching, community, and bonus resources to lend crucial support to your big objective. That sounds cooler now to me. And it's all inclusive because everything you need, the nutritional shakes and the supplements and the herbal remedies are all included. And all you have to do is implement with the right mindset and the proper movement and the motivation. Mindset, movement, motivation. I mean, what happens in their bedroom is really up to them, right?
I like that motivation. That's true.
And you see how you laughed? It's like, what happens, I didn't have any trouble getting pregnant, but, if he doesn't want to anymore because he feels like he's a science experiment and, the temperature's not right or the time of day isn't right or, but.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Whatever. I'm not an expert in it. I don't know anything about this, but I'm just trying to say,
right.
We're going to people feel isolated and alone while they're trying to get pregnant, and you're going to offer an intimate, supportive community of trained clinicians, a psychologist, a yoga specialist, and a holistic fertility specialist whose focus is supporting you to the outcome that your heart desires.
Okay.
That's better.
Yeah.
And within 2 weeks, not only within 2 weeks, your body will be ready to receive, poised and ready to receive, poised and ready to receive new life, right? That sperm's going to get in there, go swimming, and attach. Right?
Right. Well, yeah, your body's definitely going to be healthier.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And it's
yeah.
like, okay, well, maybe I haven't been taking good care of myself. Maybe my mindset's been in the trash. Maybe I haven't been moving mindfully. Maybe I've just been unwittingly doing all the wrong things to sabotage my success. In this 2-week window, you're going to do the right things so the right things can happen. What do you think?
I like that.
And so, like, this is probably the first step in your system, right? Before they can succeed, you've got to lay the foundation so that they're ready to receive.
Right.
So what then happens after they do that? I mean, hopefully, do you advise a certain prescription of how often someone would be intimate, or what do you do?
Well, it's so independent, right? Every path to pregnancy is so different. So it depends.
Do you and one more thing, meditation. Do you focus on meditation or affirmation, or like?
We do in my clinic. I have one meditation to set them up for success right before they start cleansing. I do have it's a audio of it's an 11-minute meditation. I always talk about meditation. I talk about how to breathe, and I offer them some the Calm app or the Headspace app, so they can use that. But I do talk about that, yeah.
Well, why was I asking you about that? Because if you've got the mindset and you've got the meditation and you have the medication and you have the movement, perhaps you can manifest your heart's desire. I'm just playing with the way to talk about it with M's, because it starts to feel really good to people. You know, it's like, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to move, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to medicate, I'm going to tend to my mindset, I'm going to move, I'm going to manifest. Through my behavior and intention, I can manifest what I want. How does that feel?
I like the manifest part as a piece, though, as a piece of it. Yeah. But I like that if you're through behavior and intention. That's good.
Yeah.
I like the combination.
Because you really have to keep, I mean, just as, we started this call and you were feeling a little discouraged, if you allow yourself to feel discouraged, there's like, you're going to be circling the drain any minute now, feeling terrible. Because the negative thoughts feed on each other, and then all of a sudden the world's a shit sandwich, and you just, every day you take a bigger bite.
I love that.
And I don't usually swear, but it's good for effect sometimes. Versus if you're in a close, intimate community of like-minded souls that have the same big goal, and you're supporting each other, and you have the expert clinicians who can keep you doing the right things and be a resource to keep you on the right path, you'll be less isolated and alone. You'll feel supported and guided. As people have happy news to share, people can celebrate. As people have disappointments, they can prop each other up. Success in anything, whether you're getting pregnant or anything else, it's not a straight line. I wish that it was. Some people, it's not a straight line. Not everybody,
Mhm.
Molly is very transparent. She used to, she went out when she started her business, she was going after a niche audience. I can't even remember what it was, but she had this niche audience she wanted to serve, and she couldn't get them to buy anything, and she was circling the drain. And when she figured out that she needed to teach camera confidence, all of a sudden everything changed. Like,
Yeah,
now she's like cooking with gas because she's really
she
making,
is. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's doing amazing.
So when we're selling things, so I want to go back to what you said. You had 6 people sign up and 3 show up. That's a 50% show up rate. That's great. But that nobody bought the fertility cleanse, right?
No,
And did anyone ask for a strategy session?
2 did.
And do they pay for the strategy sessions, or are they free?
They're free.
And have you had them yet?
No, because this was just Saturday. So,
So I just want to change your thinking. It was not a failure if 50% of the people who signed up showed up. That's brilliant. And if 2 of the 3 who showed up asked for strategy sessions, that's brilliant too. That's really good. If you had the same percentage but a larger audience and you had the same closure rate, you would be cooking with gas as well.
right. So I'm trying to get to the bigger audience, but I'm
So where are you marketing?
locally. So I did this event at a birthing center. I don't know if we didn't give it enough time. We marketed for 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks.
What exactly did you do?
Facebook ads, emails. What's it called? Talks. I did a talks, and then she also marketed it with her. Posted it on the website. She did her Facebook. So I gave flyers to a reproductive clinic and a OB-GYN clinic that I work really closely with in the area. I know that the fertility clinic posted it on their website.
Do you have a list of clients, like an email list of your own?
Mm-hmm.
How many people are on it?
So I have 2 email lists. One is the people that I've already seen, which is, I think we have over maybe around 1,500, but that's people that have already been in my clinic that I've worked with.
Okay.
And then maybe somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500, I remember. And then now new list that we've been trying to grow, a list from all this online strategy. We have about, I think 100 and, I don't remember, 120, say. Not very much.
Did you, and I'm sure you reached out to those people.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have a 6 for, I've been doing it on the Facebooks. I did for the cleanse itself. I have a series of 6 emails going out for the cleanse. I've done a reduce your toxins for fertility workshop where I gave them, this is with Molly, I created this. I gave them 4 different challenges, and then on the 5th day I recommended the fertility cleanse, and then today I just did a Q&A for that. I've done, and then it all leads to the cleanse.
The $297 thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to do. I have to get up to do more videos to promote the cleanse. I have my Facebook Live tomorrow. I'll talk about it. I have a webinar on Thursday.
If I wanted to see these emails or sign up for them, how would I get them?
I can just forward them to you.
Could I look at them?
Yeah.
I'd like to look at them, because if, based on what we've talked about so far, there may be some opportunity to either clarify or amplify the benefits of these. I mean, without seeing them, I can't provide good guidance about whether or not they're on the money or if they could be even better if. But if they could be even better if, or even clearer and more compelling if, we can talk about how to do that, and I can, dazzle you with some finger typing. You
Great.
know,
Yeah.
make things better for you, because sometimes they talk about like plugging the leak in the faucet. Like if you're doing Facebook ads, and the Facebook ads are driving people to register for the event, right?
Right.
And if only 6 people signed up, like, I mean, are you doing have you created a custom audience for the Facebook ads? Is someone teaching you how to use Facebook ads so that you're...
Well, I don't know if we're doing, so I don't do them. I have a person who does it for me. I think she's customized it. It sounded like she did. She targeted, the age group and some specific things. So,
Well, because here's another thought, and I don't know, I've experimented with some of this in my business too. People will be quick to download a special report that they can read, and then they can sign up for a webinar right away. But a webinar is a higher commitment thing.
mm-hmm.
So if you had a special report that people could access for free, and it was 8, I'm choosing 8 because it means abundance and infinity, and
Yeah.
8 uncommon ways to prepare your body for pregnancy that are within your control right now. Okay? And the report would say something like, chances are what you want most in life is to fill your empty arms with the baby that you've brought to term. And it could be that you're feeling a little disappointed because it's not happening the way you hoped that it would. After many years of working with similar patients, similar women with the same kind of concern, I've discovered that there are 8 things that are within their control that they can do to set up their bodies to be more receptive to pregnancy naturally. In this special report, I'm going to walk you through all 8 steps. And at the end, and you can elaborate. And then at the end, you can say, I lead a webinar once a week or a webinar once a month where we can talk about it. And I'd love for you to join me. Here's how you can register, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they get the report and it's solving a problem that's urgent for them and giving them things that they can actually do, they're probably going to be hungry for more. In which case there's some intimacy created and you could do some kind of a webinar or something. Sometimes you can do the free gift, and when they get the thank you page, it'll say, your free gift is on the way. While you wait, won't you please register for a webinar where I'm going to bring this to life in a way that will really inspire your motivation to get pregnant naturally. So it's
That's a good idea.
Right? It's a 1-2 punch.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've got this in place for a number of my things. I have my Life Goes On roadmap system for personal financial organization. The first thing I give them is the free report, but while they're waiting for it, they can hop on over to my sales page to read about how they can get the whole system. And I have 3,317 people that have opted in to get my free report, which is great.
Yeah.
So, and I've had a couple hundred people enroll in our course and say great things about it. So, this is only within the last year. But I mentioned this strategy to you because going direct to webinar is a big deal for some people. There's not enough intimacy. Maybe they've heard it all before. So how does that, could you write a report similar to what it is that I'm describing?
Yeah, I can. I actually have 6 free gifts, and then with the
Say
with
that again.
Molly,
How many?
I have 6 free gifts that we do give to people that are out there. And then
So let me ask you a couple other questions. Of the free gifts that you have, you know how, like when you're getting dressed, are you married by any chance?
yes.
Okay, so like you're going on date night with your husband and you go into the closet and you're going to pull this shirt out that every time you wear it, he thinks you look beautiful and you have a wonderful evening. Like it's like your go-to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite blouse or whatever. Do you track the metrics about how many people download? If you have 6 of them, which of the 6 downloads at the highest level?
2 of them have to talk about diet, and the other one's about IVF.
Okay, and so
I forget the names of them, but that's the gist of it.
So like our report, one of them, 37% of the people that land on the page actually click through and give us their information.
Mm-hmm.
And another one, 55% of the people that land on it give us their information. So given the choice between going with the 35 or the 55, I'm going to go with the one that converts better because that's going to work better for me. Like there's a leak in the faucet. So if you have 6 gifts,
mm-hmm.
do you have metrics to demonstrate or prove which one is the most popular?
Yeah.
And if you do, which one is it? And could you take a new look at that report, like with a fresh perspective for 2019, and ask yourself, is this the best I can do? Can I make this a little bit better? Or is it perfect just the way it is?
Okay.
Because if you lead with the gift that's already engaging people, then you can, with the thank you page, it'll say, your gift is on its way while you wait. Won't you join me for one of my monthly, let's get pregnant now, naturally, Q&A sessions, or whatever you're going to call it.
Right.
And then you can get people asking to be part of that. And if you get those people live on that call, whether you have 3 people or 30 people or 300 people, if you structure the conversation in the way that some of my handouts that I prior shared with you were described, the more you get practice delivering that content from an authentic place of service and excellence, the more comfortable you become doing it, and the more the listener will connect with you and feel like you're the one that they want. But when you're first getting started, sometimes, especially if you're introverted, you can feel a little unsteady, or like you're reading from a script, or it takes a little while to get into a groove. And so when you've done this, like, how do you feel when you're doing it?
When I do my webinar?
Uh-huh.
Well, I am reading from a script. The last one in November was the first time I just used cues, because I'm so afraid my mind kind of just goes off. So I'm afraid I'm going to take off in a direction and I won't be able to stay on track. So that's part of my fear. So that's the first time I did that, and it was really fun. I spoke longer than I ever spoke, ever. Normally my webinars are 45 minutes. I spoke for an hour and 10 minutes. It was the longest I ever spoke.
And people were there?
Yeah, I had about 3 people on the webinar. They stayed on the whole time. I offered a strategy session. So this is the other thing that's weird. People want the strategy session, but then they don't end up keeping their appointment. So I don't know what's going on there. So we're trying to change
So can I share something that I have done? I may have
Yeah.
said this during the Molly thing, because I've run into that too. I hate that when
Yeah.
you've got your whole day planned and you've got people that you're supposed to be seeing, and for some crazy reason having nothing to do with you, they don't show up.
Yeah.
So this might sound kind of flip, but I was in front of, I don't know, there was a whole bunch of people there. I'm trying to remember the actual number. Anyway, there are a bunch of aspiring speakers that wanted me to, I was offering a strategy session so they could talk about their sizzling speaker sheet or something like that. And I said, I have a limited number of these strategy sessions, and I'm going to make them available to only those of you who are super inspired to get going with a successful speaking career. If you're just kicking the tires or wanting another touch point, this is not for you. So here's my sign-up sheet, and I want you to put your name and your email and your phone number. And on a scale of 1 to 10 being 10, I would walk through fire to have a strategy session with Nancy. That's how I'm going to choose who gets one. Because if you're not willing to walk through fire to have that conversation with me, then let's not do it. Just let's not. I mean, it took me like guts.
That is gutsy.
But it was like, I did it with a laugh, a lilt in my voice. I had humor about it. But it was like, hey, this isn't for anyone. But if you want this so bad, you'd walk through fire to get it. That's the kind of person I like to work with. If that's you, go ahead and sign up. Well, for getting pregnant, maybe that's not quite the right tone.
Right.
But it's like, if you're really serious about getting pregnant naturally, and this is your year to do it, and you're wondering if I'm the right guide to get you there, claim one of these limited places on the calendar as your own, and be sure to show up, because I take this just as seriously as you do, and I really want to support you. If you just say it that way, it's like, okay, don't kick the tires. If either you really want to be pregnant naturally or you don't.
Right.
My time is devoted to helping women get what they want in this regard. If you're truly serious, claim the date and show up.
Yeah.
Just find some courage.
Okay.
Source courage, because it's attractive to people. Like, this woman's serious business. She's offering the opportunity to guide me to get this really important outcome that I've been struggling to get to through my own devices, maybe for way too long. And maybe the clock is ticking and I don't have that much time. You have to learn how to feel into the urgency piece, because if they don't show up, well, that's revealing on their part. They may not be your perfect client, in which case, good riddance. I mean, if they were stuck under heavy furniture and they couldn't get up to find the phone, that happens to people sometimes. I'll tell you something, funny story. I have a little side hustle called the Very Important Pup Hotel, and I look after people's dogs while their parents go on vacation. And I love it because I'm a dog lover, and my son is 21, and he's not super demonstrative anymore. It's like, hey, Mom, I love you. See you later. But a dog wags his tail. It's whatever. So anyway, there was this couple. I belonged to this health club, and they were advertising for a nanny for their golden retriever, which is my favorite breed.
Yeah.
So I've called and said, hi, this is Nancy Jutton of the Very Important Pup Hotel. I see that you're looking for a nanny for your golden retriever. I would love to sign up for the job. And then I called them again and left a similar message. And the third time I said, I don't want to be annoying, but I love golden retrievers and would love to be the nanny for your golden. Could it be that you're traveling around the world and the dog is riding shotgun? Could it be that you're stuck under heavy furniture and you can't get to the phone? If it's neither of those, but you just haven't gotten around to it, will you please call me back? I mean, And they called me right back and they said,
Oh,
oh gosh, I guess we better come and meet with you. And so I get this golden retriever. I got to show you this golden retriever. His name is Mac. And here he is. This is Mac, the golden retriever. This is
oh,
the golden doodle. This is my
I love
dog.
golden doodle. What
There's
kind is your dog?
mine is a cockapoo.
Oh, look at delicious.
But here's Mac again.
Oh,
And
it's beautiful.
and anyway, this is my very important pup hotel calendar.
So cute.
And I have little centerfolds. This is a Sunny, the golden retriever. I have, here's Mac again.
Oh, you love Mac.
But anyway, Mac is here like 1 or 2 weeks a month hanging out with me. And I've never regretted making those 3 phone calls because I love golden retrievers, golden doodles, and golden labs. And I surround myself with them every day if I could. And I had enough as a sense of humor. I said, either you're stuck under heavy furniture, or you're traveling with your dog riding shotgun, but if it's not either of those two, call me back. And they did.
Great. So cute.
So that's who I am. That's my personality. That may not be yours, but find your courage to just say to people, getting pregnant naturally is serious business, and I'm dedicating valuable time on my calendar to support you in demystifying what the problem might be and how I can help you. Please show up. And ask for what you want, you'll get it. And some people will be flaky, in which case, bye-bye. They don't get the benefit of working with you.
Yeah.
If you could have a jewel box of perfect clients, they would be the ones who desperately want to get pregnant naturally. They know you're the one that can help them, and they're ready to do the work and do the time and do the activity that's required to accomplish the job.
Yeah.
And if this is your revolution to fight for or your flag to wave, just find some conviction in your voice to let people know that that's what you're here to do. You've got a bulletin board full of happy baby pictures to show for it. I mean, do you? That would be nice.
I do.
That's the proof. Yeah. I mean, it's like I've got a bulletin board of happy baby pictures. Can't wait to see.
Right here. Let me show you. I'm in my office still, so can you see? I have it right here. Can you see it?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you use that as a visual in any of your marketing?
No.
Up until now, you haven't.
Yeah.
I want you to take a picture of that with your iPhone.
Okay.
What people want to know, what am I going to get? You know,
Yeah.
you cannot promise that everyone who walks through your door will get pregnant instantly.
No.
But you do have a bulletin board full of baby pictures delivered to you by clients who have had that outcome. And your fondest hope is that their picture will be coming soon. Right?
That's sweet. Yeah.
That's very compelling proof.
Can I say that? Do I say that in my talking?
I would.
Like, I can't guarantee it, but I have.
Well, I'm just saying, in your line of work, I mean,
It's kind of.
I asked you, proof in the pudding. What proof do you have that people are getting pregnant? And you have a bulletin board in your office that is full and overflowing with baby pictures provided to you by patients that have followed your methods. That's true, right?
Yeah.
That's very persuasive. Take a picture of that bulletin board and use it as a visual in your webinar. When you talk about your credentials, everybody has at least 3 things that make them qualified to do whatever it is that they do. I always encourage people to find 3 things. Since 2010, I've guided this many clients from frustrated to become families with my methods. I have a bulletin board of 200 babies that I had a hand in bringing to life through my methods. I have written books, written articles, been seen, heard, and celebrated on major or minor television. Whatever your credentials are, wherever you went to school. But what do people want? They want a baby.
Right.
That bulletin board is very persuasive.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay. I'll use it. I'll try. Okay.
I'm thinking about I'm thinking about like just a parallel example of when you become a new mom, there's a lot of pressure to breastfeed.
Right.
And some women take to breastfeeding like it was the most natural thing in the world. And some women struggle for a whole variety of reasons. And so they bring in a lactation specialist, and they bring in whoever it is they need to help them deal with that. But if you were a lactation specialist, even the most frustrated mom who can't get the baby to latch on, thousands, if that's your situation, I've dealt with thousands of women who are now breastfeeding their 3-year-olds happily and getting every last ounce into their, you know what I mean? It's like, you want to deal with the problem. It's like, I want a baby. You've got a bulletin board full of babies.
Yeah.
You're doing it. So,
All right.
you can and you should, would be my answer. You should use that.
Okay.
Because otherwise you're talking about the process instead of the result.
Right.
Which is kind of how we started with this fertility cleanse. It sounds like a process, but when you complete the Prepare Your Body for Baby cleanse, you will your body will be more receptive to pregnancy. Your mindset will be aligned. Your mindset, your intention will be aligned. You will, get all those things that we talked about. But nobody wants to go, boy, oh boy, I need myself a fertility cleanse.
Right.
It's like, I don't need that. I want a baby. I want to do the right thing for my body so that my body will receive the sperm and I can have the baby and carry pregnancy to term and, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Good. All right. So that's really helpful. And that's something I really need help with, because I don't know. I've been trying for years to think of the outcomes, and I keep coming back, I guess, to the process. I keep doing that. So
people don't want the process. It's like,
I know, but I'm trying to. This is great.
So like, I know we've been talking for just a little shy of an hour, but if I were to like summarize what happened so far, I'm just looking at my notes here. Something that I want from you. I would like to see the 6 emails.
Okay.
Because maybe there's more upgrading to do. Have you taken a shot at crafting your webinar? You did a webinar, but you said you sort of changed.
So I've changed it, but it's very similar. So I do have something like this, I guess, that we could work with, and then you can tell me, find something new. But and then for me, well, there's 3 things. I feel like, so my story is a problem for me. Trying to integrate story in the webinar, I'm not so great at yet. And so I'm working on that. And then what I talk about is how did I word it? Like I give them some how tips on how to nourish their body to increase their chances of getting pregnant. So I talk about diet. Sometimes I talk about supplements. And I dive really deep into the diet. And for fertility diet, things to avoid, things to do, even. And then I also, what else did I talk about? I talk about egg quality. That's one of the other things I talk about.
What did you call it?
Egg quality.
Oh, egg quality. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm trying to elaborate on like how important support is to lead into my offer of the strategy session or the cleanse or whatever it may be.
So let me ask you one other question. You've got the strategy session, you have the cleanse, and if somebody, what else, do you offer anything else, like a 6-month? I mean, what else do you offer, if anything?
Well, I offer, if somebody comes in the clinic, I can offer programs, 3-month, 6-month programs, accelerated programs. I've been wanting to, and I have kind of a lot of things already in set up because I've done so much on this. I've been wanting to do an online program, but I can't even get people to sign up for my darn cleanse or attend my webinar.
So here's my idea. This is my idea. Let me just,
okay.
If somebody does a 3-month program with you, what do they invest?
Anywhere between $3,500 to $4,500.
And if they do the other thing, the 6-month?
The 6-month, I've never sold a 6-month.
Okay, not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
My favorite expression, up until now. So here's where I'm going with that. Fertility treatment is expensive. I mean, what is one round of IVF?
25,000.
Uh-huh. And before you get to it's one round of IVF. IVF is 25,000. What are some other things that people do to try to get pregnant that cost a lot of money? Like, what if they do a surrogate? Like, if they do a surrogacy?
Yeah, that's usually after many failed IVFs, though.
And that's probably a lot more than $25,000 because
around $100,000.
Okay. So here's what I think could be a bigger picture issue for you to think about. It might require a mindset shift on your part. The strategy session is free. A cleanse is $297. But when you do this highest and best work over a 3-month period of time, and people are investing, I'm just going to call it $4,000 because that's right in the middle. If you had 10 clients do your 3-month program at $4,000, that would be $40,000. Would that change your life?
Yeah.
Would it change theirs?
Yeah.
Would that be a better thing to offer to people versus a strategy session or a cleanse?
Yeah, definitely. I'm yeah.
So tell me more. I mean, what's up with that? I mean, are you resistant to do that, or?
I'm scared and uncomfortable to the deepest core. Like, I had a really hard time even selling this $297 cleanse this weekend. Like, first time I sold something. When they're in my treatment room and it's one-on-one and they're here, if it's appropriate, it's still really uncomfortable for me, but I can do it if I feel like that would be best for them. And sometimes I feel it's best for them and I still don't offer it.
Okay, so I want to talk about that for just a second, if that's okay, because this seems really important.
Okay.
And I don't mean to get too autobiographical, but I think I want to just tell you that I'm the master of the product at the low end of the price point. I've had $10 tips booklets. I've had a $97 Bye Bye Boring Bio bundle that I've sold for years and people love it. I've had a $497 program, a $997 program. I have just done so well with those low price point products that were packed with quality. And I know they're good, and I'm a really high quality person, and I've done well with those things. I had a mentor who said that I should charge, $10,000 for people to work with me privately. And something about that was just hard for me to embrace.
Mm-hmm.
That just sounded like, and people do it all the time. People
Right.
pay $100,000 for a whole bunch of things. I mean, people are out there charging big bucks for coaching.
Yeah.
And I just kind of had a hard time getting there myself. And so when I first started doing private mentoring, the highest I could think of was $5,000. Could I charge $5,000 to work with a client for 6 months? And could I pack so much value into that experience that it would be an easy way for the client to get a brilliant result? Right? And so this is what I did. I ended up getting interviewed by someone, and I basically, at the end of it, I said, I'm looking for a handful of action takers who want to work with me one-on-one. And I've got a program that I'm happy to tell you about. It's $5,000. I'm more than happy to have a strategy session to see, if we're the right fit for each other. But if this is right for you, let's do it. And I sold it out. And I was like amazed, right? And the people that were in that program, I'm still friends with today. It's just been so great to see them grow and become whoever they've become. And it was just really great. So what did I learn from it? And this is the part I wanted to get to, is I had to believe in what it is that I had assembled, that it was such a great answer to the problem that my clients were solving, that I personally would have paid 3 times the price to get that value. And when I wrote up my program and I described what it was what was special and different about it, what problem it was going to solve, what kind of personal attention I was going to provide, and how I was going to do it, when I wrote it out and I read it, I said to myself, gosh darn it, why wasn't this program available when I was buying coaching? Because I would have paid 3 times the price to get that. I believed in it so much that when I talked about it, people just wanted it. So after the first couple rounds of $5,000 programs, I started selling it for $10,000. And people were buying it because I believed in it. And, it was like I was earning my keep or paying my dues to have people come with me for 6 months to get what they came for. They were so thrilled that they became champions and advocates and wanted to renew with me and all of that, right? So what I learned from that was it's so much easier to make money and make a difference if you have a higher price point item to offer, provided that you believe in it so wholeheartedly that you personally would pay 3 times the price to get the benefit yourself. And if that is something you could revisit in your own heart and head and gut and say, gosh, if I could just have 10 women who are desperate to get pregnant, I mean, if they're willing to spend $25,000 on IVF or $100,000 on surrogacy, but if they do your cleanse and they follow your natural protocol and benefit from the support and community and all the other clinical benefits that you're making available to them, they're going to be investing a fraction of what they would otherwise invest and have the same outcome. Bulletin board, baby.
Yeah.
So a mindset shift for you, I mean, your program is probably worth $4,000 or more if you could just believe in it enough to offer it to people.
Yeah. I guess what holds me back is I get stuck on it's not 100% guarantee. So, I mean,
IVF isn't 100% guarantee, and neither is
true,
surrogacy. And look what they're
true.
spending, whether or not their insurance will cover it.
Right.
I mean, you know, they call this a comparator.
Comparator?
Comparator. 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 So, like, you have choices to get problem solved. So, like, when you're positioning something you want to sell to someone, I'm just trying to use an example from, like, something you might have. Imagine Molly. You know, Molly might say something like, my private clients invest $50,000 to be in my back pocket for my year-long mentoring program. And I'm on speed dial with them every day, and I'm doing whatever I'm doing with them to help them in the ways that I know how. And it's a very special program, and it's not for everybody. But because I feel that my impact it will be unfulfilled, you know, however she says it, she says, but I know that's not for everyone. And that's why I have my, what does she call it? What does she call her program? Her camera confidence program, or she holds out here. Let me give you another example that's more concrete. Do you own a home by any chance?
Yes.
Okay. So I've heard this example from other people, but say the kitchen needs to be remodeled. Okay. And you know you need a refrigerator. So you go to the appliance store and you ask to see the refrigerators. Over here is the refrigerator that has every bell and whistle. It's got the wood paneling. It has the ice maker that makes ice into the shape of your firstborn child. It has a computer monitor on the front so you can, this is like the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious refrigerator.
Okay.
Then over here is a box with no fanfare, and it keeps the food cold. And then there's a middle version of a refrigerator. It's got 2 doors. It's got an ice maker. It's stainless steel. You go into the appliance store and you ask the guy, we're remodeling the kitchen. It's been 10 years since we've been living in this house that we have. We're ready to upgrade to a new refrigerator. The guy says, let me show you the best refrigerator we have. It's this supercalifragilisticexpialidocious thing. And the person's going, wow, that's really awesome. What's my wise investment to get that? And maybe it's $10,000. And then you say, I want cold food, but that could be a little bit rich for my blood. What else do you got? And then he shows you the box that keeps the food cold. And you go, and how much for that? Well, that's $300. And then you say, well, you have something kind of in the mid-range. I think I'm comfortable with that. So he shows you the thing in the mid-range, and you spend $3,500 on the refrigerator. They deliver it, and there you go, right? So for every problem, your people want to get pregnant. They can do surrogacy. They can do 1 round or more of IVF, or they can pursue natural methods. Some people will do anything they can to get pregnant and just stop short of, at 4,000 or even 5,000, you're a huge bargain. But they'll find the money because they don't want to go through life without having a baby. So if your confidence is shaky, look at that bulletin board and remember the relationships you created with those real women and their partners and how you helped them navigate this terrain to come to the conclusion that makes you all very happy. Find some courage and confidence to believe in your own offer, because when you have an offer at $4,000 or $5,000 and you believe in it at the gut, heart, and head level, you will be unstoppable in welcoming people into your bricks and mortar or your online. Doesn't matter. if your system really works. That could change your life, selling more of those.
Yeah.
And wouldn't that be more rewarding?
It is more rewarding.
And so how much do you want that? How much do you want it?
I would love that. Yeah.
And so what will stop you from doing it? And here's one other thought before you don't have to answer if I'm putting you on the spot. But this cleanse that's $297, that could become a bonus. You can, you could, I'm just throwing it out there. Let's just call it a $5,000 program if they invest in full. They just hand over their credit card and they pay you the $5,000. And when they invest in full, they'll leave the building with all of the materials they need to instantly start their Get Your Body Ready for Baby cleanse. You've just made a ton of more money. You bonused it. When they invest in full with their credit card or their check or their cash, they're going to walk away with everything they need to cleanse and the community to support them. Do you ever offer payment plans?
Yeah.
So if they don't invest in full and they do the 5-month payment plan or whatever you're going to call it, maybe they pay a little bit, figure out what the payment plan would be. They're going to pay $1,250 a month for 5 months, right? Or whatever. I don't know. I'm not good at that.
Right. No,
But by doing the payment plan, they're still going to get they're paying more because 1,250 times.
I don't know.
You know what you see.
I understand. I see where you're going. Yeah.
But if you could get excited about the bigger outcome is worth more than $300. The bigger outcome, when people are spending $125,000, they'll spend $5,000 for a natural, holistic method that has been proven to work based on your bulletin board over how many years?
16 years.
15 years? That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
think this is the most important part of this conversation right here, right now. I think that I want you to think about because if you do a strategy session for a $297 product, that's not a good use of your time.
Right.
You do a strategy session so that you can have a $5,000 relationship that you can shepherd to the beautiful outcome. I think you're selling the wrong thing. So I know I've covered a lot here and given you a lot to think about, and we have another hour that we can go another day.
Great.
And we can do that whenever you want.
Okay.
And sooner or later, whatever you want to do. But, when we started today, you were discouraged.
Totally.
And I'm on the way to circling the drain.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think has happened here?
Well, you gave me a lot of different things to think about and some language to try to incorporate. So tomorrow when I go on my live and Thursday I have a webinar, I don't know if we have time to talk before my webinar on Thursday, or if that may not even be a good idea. I don't know, but I'm excited.
I have time. I can talk to you on Wednesday, early in the morning or in the afternoon. On Thursday is your webinar, so I have. When is your webinar on Thursday?
I think it's at 12.
Probably don't want to talk to me the day of your webinar.
No.
But Wednesday morning is an option if you want to. And when I'm going to lunch with a friend, I promised her something we had our home burglarized. Are you still there?
Oh no, yeah, I'm still here. I'm just looking at my calendar.
We had our home burglarized on October 17th, and we were in Philadelphia at the time, and my neighbor Cynthia came to the house and met with the glass repair people and talked to the police, and she did all this for us while we were stuck in the airport in Philadelphia. And so tomorrow I'm taking her out to thank her.
Yeah,
so I really want to.
So nice.
I mean, gosh, I mean, anyway, I'm totally here for you. Like on Wednesday. Thank you for saying that. Wednesday morning, I'm here for you. But before we meet again, I would just like to hear in your own words, what do you see as like things that you want to act on based on what we talked about today?
Well, I have a question for you real quick, if you don't mind, real quick.
I don't mind.
So this stuff that you were talking about as far as like the programs, because I've thought of all this. This is a little bit a tweak to it, which is, and it was so I have some stuff kind of prepared. Do I talk about that when I'm talking on the internet, when I'm going live in my webinars? Do I mention this?
Which part?
Once I get it all concrete, like I work with people for $5,000 or however I language it. Do I? Well, and obviously it has to be more fine-tuned than that, but do I talk about that? Or is it only when I do a strategy session or they come into my clinic?
It depends, and most likely yes would be my short answer.
Okay.
A webinar, let me just put it to you this way. Option one is you source some courage to stand in and on a $5,000 program. And that's the thing that you're offering strategy sessions for. So if you're doing the webinar, you want to, if you're on this call, chances are this is your year to get pregnant and you want that more than anything. Did I get that right? I'm so glad you're here. Over the last 15 years, I've worked with many couples that have had that same desire. And here's a picture of all the babies that are now happily living life in America or around the world because of the methods that we've employed so that they can make that happen. Today on the webinar, we're going to talk about the 5 things that may be stopping your pregnancy and how to turn that around starting today using natural methods. By the end of today, you will be able to deploy some of these ideas, and if there's more that you need in terms of clinical support, accountability, methods, and resources, there's a way for you to get additional support. On with the show. The third biggest problem, the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? You're going to just go into the education. And while you're teaching, you're going to offer examples. Mary came, she had I don't know enough about your stories, but you basically share the education. And then you summarize the learning. I have my little cheat sheet right here. This is my little cheat sheet right here. It's like you welcome, acknowledge, you count down your leading points, so that right after you said this, here's the 6 things: 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or however many you're going to cover, right? 3 or 5, whatever you think you can do. Then you say something like, the trouble is, this is just the beginning of a complete system that needs to be followed in a very specific way, and there's a lot to learn and do, and some people get overwhelmed and abandon their quest. I want families to get pregnant, and because I want more people to do this, I want to share with you an invitation for you to be supported along this journey. Would it be all right with you if I shared with you how you can have that support? With my Get Pregnant, where we're going to call it, that's exactly what's going to happen. This is and you can explain what it is. And so if this is something that excites you, and you feel that I'm the clinician to get you there, I have some strategy sessions I can offer so we can talk about it and see if it's a fit. The wise investment to do this is this, and if that's out of the range of possibility, then hopefully the 6 steps that we've talked about will get you on the right path. And if it is in the realm of possibility, let's get a call on the calendar. And you've told them $5,000. It's not for everyone. But what value might you place on having a baby in your arms and being the person sending me your picture for my bulletin board next time? Whatever. But that's what this little step by step is. But if you have strategy sessions and you basically demonstrate your value, you deliver on the promise, you paint a picture of what they can expect, and they want to talk to you about it, you're going to talk to them about it. And when they say yes, you can say, would you like to invest in full, or would you like to do the payment plan?
Right.
And if they hand over a credit card and decide to invest wisely to have a baby in their arms in 9 months, with your proven methods and your support and all the things that you're going to do, get 10 of those and have yourself a really great birthday party and bring everybody together and celebrate. These could be friends for life. I mean, if you go through this together, I'm imagining, I don't know if it's group or private. I don't know enough about that, but I don't want you doing strategy sessions to sell a $300 product. They should be able to buy a $300 product based on the write-up on your website. If they're going to invest $5,000, they should probably talk to you. But if you could wrap your head around selling a higher ticket item, I think you're going to be more fulfilled as a practitioner. And I think you're going to feel really great about the results that you're going to guide your clients to achieve. And oh, by the way, they're going to do the cleanse anyway.
Right.
They're going to do it anyway because it's the first step.
Right.
What do you think about all of that?
I love it.
That's a breakthrough. How many of these would you like in your practice? How many this year?
How many sessions? How
many people do you want to get on board in that program?
I would love to have like 18 people. But maybe in one time, though, that would be heavy. So probably somewhere between 8 and 10 at a 3-month period, if that was.
So what if you say, I've got room in my schedule to welcome 10 perfect clients or 10 perfect couples to have the benefit of my unwavering support, resources, guidance, and championship, so that maybe this fall we've got something to celebrate. But if you've got room for 10, then like when I was doing my mentoring program at 5,000, I said, I just want 10. I want 10 because it was a lot of private sessions. Yeah. And I actually had to write down on my calendar, like I met with clients on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9, 11, 1, and 3. And so I had 8 sessions a week that I could offer to private clients, and I wanted to make the most of them. So part of what I ended up doing is I created my own ideal schedule. And I thought, I want to meet with clients on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm going to do webinars on Wednesdays. On Monday, I'm doing new business development or web. I had a whole schedule of what I was going to do in my life. So I figured 10 would be good. And I got 10. And the next time I did it, I got 10 more. And so on it went. Because some people want to have hundreds of clients. Some people want to have thousands of clients. And because I'm an introvert, I'm working with people at a fairly deep level, as you can see.
Yeah.
It requires a fair amount of energy on my part. So 8 meetings a week felt like something I could do. right?
Yeah.
So just because someone else could do more doesn't mean that that's going to be right for me. So you need to think about what's going to work for you. But if you had 10 awesome clients, and I don't know again what your program looks like or how many meetings are involved and how that all shakes out, but 10 at $5,000 is a $50,000 pop. And if everybody ends up getting pregnant, that would be just like the greatest thing ever, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that would be 10 advocates and champions that would be saying to their friends, I could have done IVF, I could have done surrogacy, but before I made that big attempt, I did this instead, and look at me now. And that will bring referrals.
Right.
And so maybe next year, instead of it being 6,000, maybe it's 7,500, because your confidence is greater and you feel like you can stand on it, you know? But part of it is just building your confidence to believe that it's worth it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's worth it. I mean, a baby is a beautiful thing, right?
Delicious. Yeah, the best.
Yeah. Do you have kids?
I have 2 boys. Yeah.
And how old are they?
9 and 6.
Good. That's nice. So, well, good. So, I think there's something that you need to just recalibrate in between your ears.
Okay.
And we can create a talk based on that, or you can, following the methods that we were just talking about, okay? And I want to just say that, you put yourself under a lot of pressure when the webinar is on Thursday and you're switching up your offer like this, right?
Yeah, I probably won't be able to do that because my focus is trying to get people in the cleanse right now. But I mean, that's where I'm at. I don't know if I could switch it that fast.
So, but if you were to think bigger, I mean, you could say to me, listen, people, this is how we're going to do it. I have a 6-month program where I work one-on-one with you to guide you through the cleanse and take you through every other step necessary to achieve that outcome. I'm not going to make a formal offer for that today, but if it's something that interests you, send me an email at Denise at it's Denise, right?
Yeah.
Denise at
AIM Wellness Clinic. Mm-hmm.
And I'll happily explain what's involved. For today, my focus is on helping you prepare your body for pregnancy over the next 14 days. This program is called Get Your Body Ready for Pregnancy. It's a 14-day cleanse that includes content, coaching, and community, and everything you need to consume and believe so that the outcome of readiness is well in hand. Your wise investment to do that is X, and your manner to say yes to that is go to this page, make your payment, and I'll see you on the other side. So what we just did there is we made this comparator. The comparator was your private program for $5,000. It's not for everybody, but if that's what they're interested in, you're happy to talk to them about it. But for now, everyone needs to get their body ready to get pregnant, and that's why this cleanse is something you're offering right now. And do you have a sales page where they can go and buy it?
Yeah, I'll send it to you too, so you can.
So that's how you would do it on Thursday. You would say,
okay.
and see what we've done is we've positioned this $5,000 thing as the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious option.
Mm-hmm.
You could say you can do IVF, you can do surrogacy for $100,000, you can do 1 round of IVF for $25,000, and with my holistic approach that's proven with this baby's on the bulletin board, clients are investing $5,000 to take that journey with me one-on-one, linking arms and getting it done. If that interests you, reach out to me at this email address. I'll happily walk you through it. But for everyone, I want to make sure your body's ready to get pregnant, whether you can do any of those options or not. And what I'm here to tell you about is the Get Your Body Ready for Pregnancy Cleanse. It includes everything you need. What's your wise investment? $297. You just talk to them about a $5,000 thing. Can they find $300? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how you're going to do it.
Okay. That's how I'm going to do it.
That's how you're going to do it. And be kind to yourself. Okay. Don't be kind to yourself, because the first time you do anything, it feels a little weird.
Yeah.
But the more you believe in it, the more that you do it, the better at it you become. And the more of you that you bring forth. I am so me, I can't wash me out of me. You know, like this is it. Either you like me or you don't. You dig it or you don't. I'm fine with that. But the more of me that I bring every time, whether it's in a coaching session or a teleclass or anything, the right people are either attracted to me or they're not. And that's what good marketing is showing up. Like Molly. I mean, she is so good, golly, Miss Molly. I mean, you either love Molly or you don't. But a whole lot of people love Molly, and she has got the bank to prove it. Okay?
Yeah.
And you have to lean into who you are going to be in guiding people to this outcome, and do it unapologetically from your heart. Right?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah. I can.
All right.
I can.
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being this was a really good value, and number 1 being I wish I had gone to Philadelphia. How did we do?
Definitely a 10. It was really not what I thought the call was going to go, but really probably perfect for where I am right now. And really great. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I aim to please. So what's gonna happen now is when I hang up the phone, it takes a little while for the call to render. But I'll post it to YouTube as an unlisted YouTube link.
Okay.
And you can watch it again if you want to.
Yeah, I need to.
And then we can have another call this week if you want to, or next week.
Probably. Yeah, maybe next week, because I have time tomorrow, but I don't have time on Wednesday. I know I have patients Wednesday, so I'll look at your schedule for next week.
Yeah, that will be just fine. And thank you for trusting me with your problem, and your whole energy has shifted. I mean, I can see you seeing a new possibility for yourself. That feels very good to me to see. I think you should believe in yourself more. Imagine how your life will change with 10 clients at $5,000.
Yeah, that would be great.
You won't be crying any discouraged tears. They'll be really happy tears of abundance, and college tuition for your boys, or a vacation, or whatever it is that you really want. More ease in your life, Yeah. Okay, exactly. Good. Well, we did good.
Amazing. Yes. Thank you, Nancy. I can't wait for our next call. And I'll send you my emails in my sales page. You can check that out.
Yeah, I have a feeling that more adjustments may be required.
Okay.
Just remember that it's a process. I mean, if it was perfect right out of the box, I mean, we wouldn't appreciate the journey that it took to be successful in the first place, I mean.
I guess not.
Like, have more fun getting pregnant, When we decided to get pregnant, it was like, bam, we were pregnant right away. And Steve said, well, shoot, why couldn't it take him longer?
Right? There's pros and cons to both.
Yeah, so thank you so much. And I will get this to you probably tomorrow, since it's late in the day, first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Would that be okay?
First thing in the morning? Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's probably more realistic. I took some notes there so I can. Okay, thank you. And I'll send it to you as well. Thank you so much. Really.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.